Today I am going to give a lecture of cell and its morphological characters and the different organelles or organoids that are found in the cell. What's a cell? Cell is nothing but the fundamental unit of a living organism. Cells join together, result tissue, tissue joins together, result organ, organ join together forms organ system, and organ system results in an individual. In animal cell, right from the time Leeuwenhoek identified it in the cock when he was examining through a microscope, honeycomb-like structure which he called it cell. Subsequently, many workers have worked on this particular aspect and resulted in it. The picture now you are looking at, the book, is the electron microscopical picture of animal cells, which is being magnified. Cells measures from micron to n inches. For example, most of the organisms or the protozoans, they are all microscopic. And in animal, in our body, the cells are also very smaller in size, in the sense it is less than a micron. Now, when you come to ostrich egg, that's also a cell. Lots of differences between a micron and a meter or a millimeter. Well, the composition of the cell are number one, cell membrane or the plasma membrane, and then the nucleus. In other words, a cell has got three important parts. One is cell membrane or plasma membrane, the second one is the cytoplasm, the third one is the nucleus. The cell membrane is the one which covers, which gives the protection, which forms the boundary of the cell. It has got a very unique function, performing the movement of particles in and out. I will come to the composition of the cell membrane or the plasma membrane later. The second part of the cell is nothing but the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is otherwise a fluid substance or gel-like matter that is found in between the cell membrane or plasma membrane and the nucleus. And this cytoplasm is provided with different organelles. Organelles are organoids. Organelles are the living bodies like mitochondria, Golgi body, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, so on and so forth. And then the third part is the nucleus. The nucleus is mostly spherical and is found either in the middle part of the cell or in the top of the cell. And then it has got a membrane called nuclear membrane, and inside that you find the chromosomes. We will go to the various parts, various structures, various composition of the cell. Well, there is a lot of differences between a cell of an animal with that of the plant. In the plant cells, there is a cell wall which is absent in the case of the animal cell. In animal cells, we have got cell membrane or the plasma membrane, but the cell wall is totally absent. Now, the first part of the lecture is on the organelles of the cell and their functions. The first one is the plasma membrane, the second one is endoplasmic reticulum, the third one is Golgi complex, the fourth one is mitochondria, the fifth one is lysosome, the sixth one is peroxisome, the seventh one is glycosome, the eighth one is ribosome, the ninth one is the chloroplast, and then the tenth one is nucleus. The chloroplast is only found in the case of dinoflagellates, usually structure like uterine. Then when we come to the composition of the plasma membrane, the plasma membrane is about a membrane delimiting the cell, which measures about 75 angstrom in its size or thick, and it performs osmotically and active and capable of lowering the rate of penetration of molecules as well as the discriminating between them. And the most important thing is the transfer of enzymes and the catalytic substances in and out. The second part is the endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. One is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and then the other one is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. When the reticulum is provided with the ribosome, it is a rough endoplasmic reticulum. When it is not there, it is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now, above the the nucleus, you find there is one structure that's called the Golgi complex. Golgi complex is being named because it was identified by a Golgi in the owl's nervous system. Well, this is also secretory in function and endowed with endomembrane system, and which has got connection with endoplasmic reticulum. The main function is cell secretion involved in the formation of primary lysosome. Next, the other organoids or the organelles of the cell is the mitochondria, which is a double membrane structure, and which the size, the shape varies from one cell to another one, and it has got two membrane, inner membrane and then outer membrane, and also a matrix in the middle. And the inner membrane gives out number of folds called cristae, which is in turn possessing number of electron particles. Then the other one is lysosome, which is made up of single membrane vesicles, and then which is endowed with hydrolytic enzyme, which functions for intracellular or extracellular digestion. The next one is peroxisome, which is a spherical microbodies rich in oxidative enzymes such as catalases, peroxidases, deamino acid oxidases, and its common plant cells carry out the oxidative reaction. The next one is glycosyosomes, which are all spherical microbodies in plants, and in the case of animal cells, it is missing. Ribosome, submicroscopic particles in the cytoplasm and endoplasmic reticulum, and then which plays an important role in the RNA. And then the other one is the chloroplast. This is mostly found in the plant cells and animal cells. It is not found, it is devoid in structure, and its important function is photosynthesis because it has chlorophyll pigments. Then the last one is the nucleus. This is one of the most important cell organelles, which is considered to be the vehicle of vital activities. This is the core of the cell, and which has got double membrane envelope, regulating the passage of ions and small molecules. And the nucleolus inside that of the nucleus, which is also contained rich in of RNA, and also it performs RNA synthesis. Thank you.